Okay, in this video, I'm going to be showing how to use Ebsco Points of View. I'm already logged into Ebsco Points of View because it's a subscription service. And when you're doing your research papers for my English class or for any class, if you want to use this database, it's highly recommended. What I recommend doing then is to click on the View All Topics rather than doing the finding and searching. The View All Topics gives you everything that their database has pretty much done research on and that their writers have worked on, and the sources listed in each of these topics are also just good sources as well. So just as an example, there's a topic called abortions in minors, and if I click on that, what'll happen is it'll show 4 articles, and generally speaking it'll have 3 or more articles for every single one of these topics, and usually there'll be an overview article like this one. There will also be a point article in which there's a thesis put forward, usually in the title, and then there will be a counterpoint article which also comes up with an argument that kind of goes against the point article, and then there is a guide to critical analysis, which also is a good source. Now, so let's say I just wanted to do the overview, which would essentially be the neutral source. If I click on HTML full text, it will show me the article in full text. And the cool thing about Ebsco Points of View is you can actually listen to it being read aloud if you're in the web service. But what I highly recommend that you do for your research paper, and it's a requirement, is that you email yourself the sources, because what we need to do is we're doing our paper in MLA format, Modern Language Association, and I need for you to have a works cited page for a list of the sources you used and where you got them from. And using Ebsco Points of View is clearly highly emphasized and smiled upon if you do this for your research paper. That being said, you click on the email function, and this is one of the reasons why I love the use of databases, is you can actually, you put your email at, so you'll actually put your own email address there, and you make a subject line. And but one of the cool things about this database and all of the EBSCOhost databases is if you click citation format and you click and you select, now if you were doing an APA formatted style paper, you could pick APA, but we're going to pick MLA, Modern Language Association. And when you actually send this, hit send, it'll say your email, it says it's invalid, but I actually did send the email. It'll say it was successfully sent. And so this is actually I emailed the source to myself, and this is what it looks like in email format. And the first thing that it does is it cites it for you in MLA format. But there's a slight mistake in this one, but I recommend that you, when you get the email, that you put this on your references page, and I'm going to just hit keep source formatting. And what the mistake is when the article has multiple authors, the computer program, the algorithm, doesn't know to separate them with the AND function. So just FYI, the computer, the database that they use doesn't have the AND embedded in there for when you have multiple authors. Nonetheless, it still got all of that right. It got all of that right. It got all of these things absolutely correct as far as MLA format was concerned. And the only thing that you would have to do when you actually put it on your references page would be to format the paragraph. And for us, it's going to be paragraph, and your references page, your works cited page, should always be a hanging indent. And that's the only adjustment you really have to make, other than fixing the and between the multiple authors. If it had only been a single author, the database would have correctly put that way. But for our illustration today, that's the case. So, long story short, EBSCOhost Points of View is very good to send yourself resources. When you do your home, you should view all topics. You can do advanced search and all that, but This has a list of everything you could possibly need. Um, and I highly suggest that you email yourself the articles. And the cool part when you do is that they will cite it in any format you possibly could need with most accuracy. So you'll have to do some fixes here and there. If you're not sure, you should always consult the online writing lab at Purdue University. But nonetheless, that's pretty handy to do rather than going through the tedium of trying to figure it out yourself. So I hope this tutorial was informative and clear.